am currently walking to work. I really struggled to get up this morning because it is so cold. It's like 2 degrees. So I've got my like proper winter coat on today. I'm going to attempt to film a day in my life as a HCA, take 2, because the first day got so busy, I literally was like, I'm going to work, I'm leaving. But hopefully I'll have time to film my lunch today, because obviously, obvious reasons, I can't film on the wards, which makes sense, so, but that's literally where I am for 12 and a half hours, so we'll see. But I'll try and like keep you updated and yeah, show you what I do. My day-to-day working life should be interesting for you guys, I hope. But yeah, it's just the most beautiful sunrise this morning. So cold, but it was worth it to like walk a little bit anyway. Yeah, I hope everybody's having a lovely Friday, and I'll catch you later. Hello, so I've just come out for lunch. I actually left on time for once, and yeah, I'm just going to go and get my free Pret because I've got the barista membership, which has been a godsend for when I'm working in the library or I'm at work. So yeah, I'm going to get my coffee. It's currently raining, but try and make the most of being outside and getting some fresh air. I like to do it every day if I can. It's not always possible if the ward's really busy, but today I can, so yeah. Today's been like really nice so far. It's been a really good team on, and yeah, I've done an ECG, I've done a couple of line dressings, which is basically like when kids have a central line, you just have to make sure like it's cleaned properly every week and you change the dressing. And you get trained on that, so I got trained like over a year ago on how to do them, and you have an assessment, so I've just done a couple of those this morning, and I think there's another couple due when I get back as well, so quite a line dressing heavy day, and yeah, I just yeah, it's been okay today. I'm kind of like anxious to say that it's been a nice day without because I'm always scared that like something's gonna go wrong, as you can imagine, so I'm like not using the dreaded Q word or anything like that, obviously, but it's been nice, and I'm just looking forward to getting my free coffee. Yeah, in the morning I had to, first thing, when we got handover, one of my kids was febrile, which means that they have a temperature of over 38 degrees. So because all of our kids are immunocompromised, we take that very seriously, and we have to take blood cultures to make sure that they've grown no bacteria in their central line. Because that could lead to sepsis, which is obviously very serious, and so I ran them down first thing, and then depending on those results they can tailor which kind of treatments they're going to add, but they don't like, it's weird because they don't like wait until those results come back, because it takes like 24 hours to like grow a bacteria usually, so they don't wait to start antibiotics. So within an hour of a kid who's febrile neutropenic, so febrile meaning hot, neutropenic meaning their neutrals are low, we start antibiotics, because there's evidence that if you delay starting antibiotics, this is like got worse outcomes. So there's a lot of evidence on that. So that's what we do. It's called the golden hour, if anyone's interested. And we start what we call a sepsis 6. So we assess the patient, see if they need oxygen, if their SATs are low, if they're working hard to breathe, whether they need fluids, if their blood pressures are low, and if they've had multiple fluid boluses without any kind of improvement, then would consider inotropic support. So that's like adrenaline and noradrenaline. So yeah, but I've never, maybe a couple of times that's been the case, but most of the time I can manage things at kind of a ward level. But yeah, it's just like super important that we do these things on time. And then after that, trying to find the focus of infection. So we'll take samples from their urine and stools, and then we'll take samples from like if there's anywhere on the body that's like looks infected. So typically if there's like a kind of obvious like redness or like granulation around the where the central line comes out, we'll swab that as well. But it really depends on the patient and what they're presenting with. If they've got respiratory symptoms, we'll take like a it's called an NPA, which is where you take a sample of basically the snot. It's really gross, but hey, and you see if any viruses grow from that, and that can help us figure out where to kind of tailor a treatment. But the main thing is starting those intravenous antibiotics within the hour of child spiking a temperature. So happy with my coffee. Oh, I needed that. I'm so tired. I don't know why, but I literally like fell asleep at like 10:30 last night. But I'm still absolutely knackered this morning. It was so hard to get up, probably because of the darkness. But yeah, I'm gonna try and get an early night tonight. I think my mum and I are watching Gogglebox though, which will be nice because I've not actually watched anything with her in ages. So we're gonna FaceTime and watch it at the same time, which will be really nice. So yeah, I'm hoping I get out on time today. Doesn't often happen because otherwise she will literally be asleep. Hello, I've just left the hospital. I actually left on time, surprisingly, because everything got a little bit crazy, as it always does at about 6 in the evening. But managed to do everything I needed to do, and yeah, it was a good day. I mean, kind of, yeah, similar to most of my days, really. And the good thing about being a HCA is you don't need to stay for handover, so that's when the nurses talk about the patients that they've looked after that day, and they tell the nurse who's looking after them on the next shift kind of what's been happening and like any particular issues that have come up. But I don't need to stay for that. So I wrote the notes so that it kind of there's some kind of documentation, and the nurse signs it as well. But yeah, then I can go after that. So, but usually I leave a lot later than this, so it's actually quite good to leave at 8:30.